So I described more about how I'm feeling, and then eventually she booked an appointment with me at the nearest clinic next to where I live. So fast forward to that, I think it was like, because it was a long weekend or something, it must have been like Easter or something. I think that was like Easter Sunday, and then there's Good Friday, there's Good Monday. Wait, what am I saying? Easter Monday, yeah, Easter Monday. Yeah, so then on Tuesday, I then went to the clinic, which, by the way, once again, it was walking into the house, going to the bus, and then going to the bus stop, and then getting the bus, and then getting off somewhere else, and then walking to the clinic. And I had to cross some roads to get there, which I can admit wasn't such a good idea. Nothing bad happened, but I really should have just asked for help. But at the time, I just thought, no, I'm fine. I'll take care of myself. Yeah, I remember getting there. What helped is that, thank God that people follow the traffic lights, because I didn't bother moving my head. When I did this, even right now it's uncomfortable to do it. Anyway, when I did this at the time, even right now, anyway, whenever I do that, like to see left and right of the road, to cross the road, it made me feel like I'm going to go into a tailspin again, like someone's just whirled me around. That's what I felt like, really uncomfortable. And I felt like I might fall again. So I just kept my head straight, and looked ahead to the lights, the street lights. So I only walked when I saw the green man. So eventually I get to the doctor's. I describe how I'm feeling, and then she says to go get a CT scan done. So yeah, at the time, like I said, I was working as a waitress, so I had the money for it. I paid to have a CT scan, and it was done. And when I was leaving, the receptionist said that the doctor would call you, get in touch if it's something serious. So I left thinking, okay, I guess I'm fine. And once again, I made it home by some miracle, by the way. By some miracle, I made it home. So then, say it's now, so Wednesday, nothing happened, no call. And once again, I did try to work on that program, do those drawings for my boss. That was difficult, once again, that was really, really difficult. But still, I tried. Like, I was still keeping busy and stopping from having, to just sit down and take it seriously. And it's like I more or less was thinking this is not really happening, like dodging it, and I don't know if it's denial or whatever, but yeah, I was just dodging, thinking like there's something else or something really bad with me. Anyway, so then that Wednesday afternoon, I get a call from the clinic, and the receptionist says the doctor needs to see you immediately. And at that point, I'm like, oh, damn, immediately. Oh shit. Anyway, I think that was more or less, I think she said to come in the next day or something. It wasn't that day, it was the next day. So I thought maybe it's not that serious. I mean, if she didn't say to go to a hospital immediately, I was like, yeah, maybe it's not that serious. So yeah, once again, I did this silly act of getting to the hospital. Wow, yeah, young Wacera, you've tried. It's okay to ask for help. I wish if I could tell my younger self that, I would. Yeah, I really didn't like asking for help. Anyway, so I make it once again to the clinic. Then my doctor is asking all these questions. Are you sure you've never hit your head? Are you sure you never had an accident before? Are you sure, I don't know, you weren't dropped, not as a baby, but are you sure you haven't been like doing sports or something? Are you sure you didn't hurt yourself and you just forgot, or had a car accident and you, I don't know, forgot? Anyway, I was like, no, I haven't. Then she says, well, your CT scan shows, I think she just said there's a mark in your CT scan or something, which could be various things. One of the things that she said was a brain tumor. Oof, yeah. So at the time, I remember when she was talking, she had this mannerism, like she was worried and going through her books, like looking for doctors that she can refer me to, and which hospital I should go to. And she was asking which hospital does your cousin work at, and maybe at least you'd have your family nearby or something. Yeah, so she decided the hospital I'm going to, Charlie's. Anyway, so after that, when I left, she gave me the results of the CT scan, and I called my dad immediately. Then I called my cousin and explained everything. And she's like, Wacera, don't take the bus again. I'm coming to pick you up. She had a car, so it was helpful. It has really been helpful to me. But yeah, that's Shiro. I love you, Shiro. Thank you so much for everything you've done. Oh, okay, back to the story. So yeah, she comes, I tell my dad first, and he's like, yeah, just relax, don't worry. Take it easy. At least Shiro's there with you. She'll be with you. Relax. So yeah, she comes to get me, pass by my place, pick up some clothes, and go to the hospital. So now I'm in the hospital, right in the emergency, I forgot what it's called. It's not a ward, but not ICU, but yeah, the place you enter when it's an emergency. Like normally the ambulance will leave people, drop people off there, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I'm there, And then, wait, I think it was like waiting room, but it was emergency room or whatever. So I'm there sitting down. And at this point, I remember I needed help with walking around. So I was holding my cousin's arm as I'm walking around. Anyway, then a nurse comes out, she calls my name, and I go to where she is. Where she was standing is where patients or people coming to the hospital that are going to be admitted or had something serious going on with them would be put on these beds, those hospital beds that you've seen like Grey's Anatomy or whatever, and then taken away. So she called me to where she was, where those beds were. And I remember not thinking that, I just remember thinking like, why are we here? Like, it's not that serious. I died in the bed. I don't know that I don't in bed. The idea of being in that bed didn't even cross my mind. I was just wondering why we're here. Why are we standing here? We should be in a room or something. Anyway, so yeah, then she said, so then I sit on the bed as she's talking to me. And it still doesn't hit my mind. It doesn't cross my mind that I'm actually going to be admitted or something. Anyway, and she goes, yeah, sit, like put your legs in the bed. Sis, we need to take you away. And I was like, oh, wow, crap. Then eventually I took into another room. Many other people also in beds like me, with all doctors scattered around and specialists and so on and so on. Then they hooked me to an IV, did some other tests. I was visited by different kinds of doctors, like a neurologist, a neurosurgeon, who actually thought I was fine. He was like, I'm sure you're going to be home today. You will sleep in your bed. Don't worry. Anyway, and a few other specialist doctors were there as well. Anyway, then eventually this one doctor asked me to stay, to be observed. He wanted to take me through some tests, like the eye, like how my eye is moving, like follow the finger, poking me like something that's like a toothpick. And then hitting me with something that's cold. And this is hitting me sounds so violent, but yeah, tapping my knee or my arm or whatever, just to check my reflexes and whether I can feel something cold versus something not cold. And then something sharp like the toothpick. Anyway, then after I did all his tests, he stepped away and he said he really has to go talk to the neurosurgeon that he's underneath. I think he was like a registrar. Like, I don't know how it works. I don't completely understand how it works, but I think it's that you're like what can I say? Like, you're almost a neurologist yourself, but you're still not yet there. If that makes any sense. It's like you're working under a neurologist so you can get enough experience or something. Yeah. Anyway, so he does all these tests and he's like, oh, I really need to go talk to the neurologist. I can't say for sure whether you can go home. Yeah, just stay here, calm down, and be fine. By this time, it was probably, like 9 p.m. Yeah, I think I slept at 9 p.m. Mind you, this whole thing began when I went to the doctors in the morning. It must have been like 9. Then by the time I was in hospital, that must have been like maybe 2 or like midday. Yeah, so I've been there in that waiting room with all these people around and doctors passing by the whole day up until 9. But then at this point, I think from around 7 or 6, I was put in a different room, like now on my own, on that hospital bed. Anyway, so at least there I had some privacy and I could take a nap because now there are no bright lights and it's quiet. So he stepped away to go talk to the neurologist, and then he came back maybe an hour later, maybe by 10 or something. Or he left at 8 and came back at 9, yeah. Anyway, then he says, yeah, I actually want to just record this. So he takes out his phone and he's taking a video of it as well. And then eventually that's passed on to the neurologist, who now I came to meet and got to meet. Yeah, so he lists out all these things that Tuesday morning when he gets to know me. And he says MS. I remember thinking, I don't think I thought much of it. I just remember thinking, I had that on house so many times. I wonder what that is. And part of me is like, finally, someone actually believes that I have these symptoms. Because before, it really felt like, is it just a dream? Because I could not say my parents' reaction was bad or anything. It's just that I felt like I was the only one who was aware that it was bad. It wasn't good. It just wasn't a small thing. It wasn't just I'm tired or I don't know, I'm hungry or dehydrated. It was much more than that. So yeah, it was good to have someone that also, at least to be validated, if that makes sense, by the actual doctor. So yeah, he tells me how they're going to do some MRI and then next to be a spinal tap. And I remember him saying that we went to the spinal tap after doing the MRI. The MRI is conclusive enough. Anyway, no, he's a good doctor. Ugh. But yeah, I went to the MRI, came back to my room, and all I wanted to do was just shower. Yeah. But no, I hear a nurse at my door. I don't know why, but okay, I'm grateful. They put me in a private room, so I have my own bathroom and bedroom, if that makes sense. Not bedroom, but yeah, you get what I mean. So yeah, the nurse that came was really nice and friendly. and Scottish. He had red hair and he was Scottish, and the accent was just nice listening to a Scottish person talking, especially because I'm in Australia, so it was very, what can I say, very unexpected. It was just pleasant, I guess. It was really nice. Anyway, it was just interesting. So yeah, so he tells me he's been sent by my doctor, and he's here to do the spinal tap. And I'm thinking, no. He said we won't do it. He said MRI only. He said only MRI. And then, yeah, it had to be done. So yeah, he instructed me how to sit, what to lean on, like leaning on the hospital table. After guessing the position, like sitting upright, like he described, he then said, do not move, because you might be in a situation where you end up bending the needle. And if you do that, it'll hurt a lot. And when I say bending the needle, what he described is when the needle goes in, it's between, I think, two discs in your back. I forgot what they're called, but yeah, two discs, like one here, like here, then the other one is like there. So the needle is going to go between them. So he said, do not move, because if you do, you'll bend the needle, and then that will be atrocious to remove. Oh yeah, he gave me an injection anesthetic, first of all, so that's the one that I felt. And he did say, if you do feel any kind of pain, let me know, I can adjust the angle. Maybe that's what it is. But do not move, no matter what, do not move. So yeah, it's done. At some point it felt like as if there's so much pressure on my back. Like it felt like, if this makes any sense, it felt like there's a wall here, and then I'm leaning on it, and then no, sorry, the other way around. Like I'm facing the wall, and behind me is like a bus pushing on my back. That's what it felt like. It was painful. But after he adjusted the needle, it was fine. But at this point, I hadn't yet seen the size of the needle. So once he was done, he put it in front of me, and he's like, take a picture of this. You can show your friends you're a badass. And I was like, well, damn. It was bigger than a pen. It was bigger than a biro. That needle was long. I was surprised, like, whoa, that was in my back. Oh my gosh, I'm a badass, yeah. I think now the next day, or 2 days later or something, I now met with the doctor, the registrar, I think the registrar first, and then my neurologist, and an MS nurse as well. That's the first time I've ever experienced this kind of, that's what treatment, because I didn't know that there's such a thing. But yeah, the MS society there is fantastic. And MSWA, yeah. So the nurse was there. Either she was there that time or she was there after. But anyway, let's just say that it was, once again, we're gathered all together. This time I think it was just me, my cousin, and the doctors, and maybe the MS nurse. Yeah, then he goes, okay, from the MRI that we've seen enough lesions in your MRI. Apart from that, also the spinal tap, and he said from all these tests, it's enough to conclude that you have multiple sclerosis. And I was just thinking, okay. Like I think I was in denial on another level, just really confused. Like, what does this mean? Like it's real. And part of me is just like, Wacera, you know, you say these things, like you always wonder what it would be like to faint. I always wonder what it would be like to actually be sick. What do those things feel like when people say they're dizzy? What does that feel like? And it's like, oh, I got my share. Anyway, but on 6th of May 2014, I was diagnosed with MS. Yeah, it actually happened. I think even right now, saying it out loud, part of me is like, no, not really, no, not really. But yeah, it happened. It happened. And I still have MS. By the end of the year, I heard of an exchange program to go to Via University College in Horsens, Denmark. I figured, why not? I mean, it's my final semester of my diploma, might as well do it, right? I remember telling my doctor, neurologist at the time, I really want to do this. And he said, he seemed a bit concerned, but he's been very helpful, so, and supportive. So he said, yeah, just live your life. And I told him, no matter what, I'm not going to let MS dictate how my life goes. I have MS, and I have relapsing remitting MS, and sometimes I feel like I'm lucky in a way. But I think, I don't know, it is what it is. It's life. It's life. I think I've always been afraid of the more progressive kinds of MS. But the more I research about it and learn about it, I want to say it's hard either way. There's no MS that's nice. MS is not nice at all, ever. But yeah, I am grateful that it's been 5 years. Oh my days, I didn't even realize. Yeah, it's been 5 years. Damn. Yeah, May 6th was what, like a month ago. It's almost July. It's almost 2 months ago. It was May 6th when I was diagnosed, and here I am. Here I am. I remember thinking, oh no, by the time I'm 24, I'll be in a wheelchair. How can I exist as an architect? This is what I want to be. I was like, yeah, how can that happen? How will I see sights? How will I see the buildings? How will I climb the stairs? How will I do the... And the thing is, I'm still walking. I'm still walking. And all these things, all the things that I thought of before, and things that I was afraid of before, they actually did not happen. And yeah. Whew. That's my MS diagnosis story. Hope this motivated someone out there, for real. Yeah. It doesn't matter what conditions you have. Yeah, they're shit. I agree. It's shit, and it's unfair and cruel that you have them. You see, no one deserves them. But what? Oh, I got a bit emotional. But we choose life. Like what Rick said. And we choose life. Yeah. And just live your best life. Yeah, live your best life. Yeah. Thank you for watching my MS diagnosis story. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.